All right, that's 10 in a row. And this is the perfect time for Celtics game to end for me. 1 in the morning, I'm up anyways. I'm just looking at box scores of late night games anyhow, so works out well for me. I have my glasses on. Now, sometimes I don't do the videos with the glasses on. Tonight seemed like a glasses night, especially because well, I don't really have a good reason. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, the Celtics win their 10th in a row, but I'm not happy about it. Why? It's not the 10 in a row that I'm not happy about. It's about their effort tonight, which really, as I twist my mustache, which really sucked. They came out so flat and tired. I mean, that's not shocking considering it was a 10:30 start for them on a Friday night. But they played the team that has the worst record in the league, which is hard to believe considering the Warriors have been to 5 straight finals, but the injuries, and I think we can talk about that in a second. I think they're doing this on purpose, the losing thing. Uh, the Celtics came out with nothing. I mean, just letting the Warriors do whatever they wanted, not respecting them as NBA players even a little bit, and kind of had to fight that sluggish effort throughout the game until when it really mattered, and they just sort of turned it on and beat the Warriors at the end. Thanks in a large part to Jason Tatum, who had one of the biggest plays of the season. He already is responsible for probably the biggest play in the season in that game-winning shutout of the Knicks, but a really aware steal and score on a jump ball when they were down to put them ahead with about a minute left in the game. Great play by Tatum, great heads up awareness by him, and they really the Celtics owe Tatum maybe this whole win. I mean, he was terrific tonight. 24 points, 3 steals, 8 rebounds. The +6 does not tell the whole story for Tatum on the plus minus, which is why it's not the greatest statistic in the world. But I was really impressed with him tonight. He looked like a seasoned veteran, making smart plays and demanding the ball and making big shots when the team needed him to, especially with Kemba not shooting all that well from the floor tonight, especially the start. He got hot in the fourth quarter, as he almost always does. But he was just 3 of 12 from the 3-point line tonight. Finished with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists. Again, he stepped up when they needed him to. But Tatum and Brown and Smart really carried the way for the Celtics tonight, as much as anybody carried the way in what was a game that they really did not play particularly well. And they're fortunate that they played such a sorry-ass team. Otherwise, they wouldn't come away with a victory. Jaylen Brown had 22 points for the Celtics tonight, 8 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, and another really good game for him. The bench was a non-factor tonight. I continue to not be impressed with Brad Wanamaker, even though he finished with a team high off the bench, 9 points. I just don't see that he's careful with the ball. Brad Stevens raves about him. He's a fringe NBA player at best. I don't love him in big spots as a backup point guard. I just don't trust him enough. I respect the journey from Europe to the NBA, and I think that third string point guard I feel comfortable, but I'm still not confident in Wanamaker as the backup point guard. The thing I really want to talk about, if we're going to get into negative stuff, because when you win 10 in a row, why not talk about negative things? The Celtics paint defense and their rebounding is just atrocious, and it was on display tonight. I mean, the Warriors are not even a particularly big team, but they just dominated the Celtics with putbacks on the glass. They finished with 55 rebounds. The Celtics finished with 47. It seemed like a much wider gap than that. The Celtics were giving the Warriors second and third chance opportunities. They weren't getting any second chance opportunities themselves. This is a problem for the Celtics, and it's going to rear its ugly head in potentially in the playoffs or in important games, because they just don't rebound the ball particularly well. They're a small team, and they get just boxed out and out muscled. And tonight it was on display too. A lot of it tonight was just a lack of effort. I mean, they came in, saw the Warriors record at 2-9. Now it's 2-10, or 2-11. No, they lost. I guess tonight is 2-11. And then they said, whatever. We've won the 9 in a row. We can just beat this team in our sleep. Technically, they were right, but it's not an excuse for playing like crap for a lot of the game. And really, a lot of these rebounds that they gave up were just pure effort plays. I was disappointed with Tice and Grant Williams and Enes Kanter and Robert Williams. All didn't make much of an impact on the glass, and the Celtics really needed them to step up, and that would have helped them control the game a lot earlier on, and then maybe put it away earlier on. When it got really dicey towards the end, they just were not efforting with the Warriors. And when you're playing a team that has really nothing to lose other than breaking their losing streak, you got to assume that they're going to come out and try hard. And the Celtics didn't. Fortunately, they won the game again, in large part thanks to those young guys that Kyrie beamed last year, Tatum, Brown, and Smart. So a fortunate win for the Celtics, but some certainly some negative signs if you want to get into the negative stuff of a 10-game win streak again, which I do. So they're on this West Coast road trip now. Up next is the Kings. That's going to be on Sunday. It's an afternoon game. Sacramento started off poorly, playing a little bit better now. Of course, they started off poorly in the year that the Celtics don't have their draft pick. But anyways, so the Celtics are going to play the Kings, continue on. They play the Clippers. They play the Nuggets on this road trip, another team that I'm forgetting, but it doesn't really matter. We can get to it when it gets there. Oh, before I get off, well, no, I shouldn't say that. That's gross. I'm not getting off. I mean, I'm exiting YouTube, but you know what I mean. The Warriors, these injuries are okay. I believe Klay Thompson, he tore his ACL, that's for sure. Steph Curry broke his hand, but does a broken hand really require 3 months? Not so sure. Did D'Angelo Russell really need to miss the rest of this game after he hurt himself? I don't know. I'm dubious about everything the Warriors do. I think once they saw that, oh, well, we can't necessarily win the championship this year, we're just going to tank and try to get the best pick possible and then do what the Spurs did before they got Tim Duncan. And I think that they are abusing the lottery system, and it's just another reason that they are just a really, really hateable team. This is just the league should step in and say, you know what, Warriors, no draft pick for you this year. You are abusing the lottery system. That's what I would do if I was all-powerful commissioner. And as all 824,000 of you in the chat and watching live know, I would do a great job as basketball commissioner. So I like Adam Silver, but take my advice on that, Adam. Don't let the Warriors have a pick this year. That's the only fair thing to do. All right, Celtics win their 10th in a row. It's very impressive to lose that first game in pretty poor fashion and then rip off 10 in a row. We'll see if they can keep it up. I will keep doing these YouTube lives because so many people are watching. I will talk to you on Sunday afternoon. All right, see ya.